Coucou les coucous! De retour à Dark Deity. J'ai regardé et il y a effectivement moyen de cheeser la bataille. Faut juste que tu apportes une personne, puis tu vas juste te battre contre une personne, and whatnot. Fait que je vais probablement essayer quelque chose après, mais je vais la faire au moins une fois legit, là.
My shield is yours.
C'était mon dernier healer, hein.
Hope.
Fine by me.
Non, j'ai pas apporté mon stalker, whatever. Le gars qui a 100% de chance de toucher quand la unit est en bas de 40%. « 78% de chance, c'est bon ça. Ah, c'est vrai, t'as un bonus de chance de toucher quand t'es en mêlée, toi. Ok. Tu vas juste mourir du counter-attack, cette attaque. 100% de chance de toucher. 100% de chance de counter. More like it, merci. Don't die. That's your job right now. Ah!
Guess I wasn't ready.
Ah!
Diligent.
La fight est
I
tellement
hope I
vite.
helped.
You died! Well, that was unexpected. Crap, it should not have been. I understand the warning now. A lot of good that does us. Regardless, we did it. Now I'm no arithmetician, but 2 parts down means there's 1 more to go. And I doubt this giant door is here by accident. Let's check it out. Wait, what is it? Only one should enter the inner sanctum, alone, with myself, of course. The trial was originally designed to be faced one at a time. And who do you propose that should be? That is not for me to decide. I don't like the idea of splitting up. Well, if we have to, we should call a vote to decide who goes. Irving, I don't think we need to call a vote. Very well, then it should be Vesta. Or Maeve. The organization knows more of these affairs than the rest of us combined. Not so sure that's true, Irvin. And even if it were, I'm not sure that would help. Alright then, who else? I think most of us feel it should be you. Way to put him on the spot. Not sure that makes sense. One roundabout way or another, all of us end up together because of you. Besides, it was your father's idea to send us here. His faith in you is what convinced him to continue to trust us with the aspect in the first place. Seems to me you give us your best chance. Aye. Does anyone object?
Well, what do you know?
There's your vote. Seems your friend have made their choice, Irving. Alright, so they have. Wish me luck. You won't need it. A bright flame illuminates the wall of this sanctum. It has lain in darkness for many years. To see these walls again stirs something in me. Silence, anchored one. I know why you have come. It is not you with whom I wish to speak. Tell me, bright flame, what brings you to this place? Who asks this? I guessed enter my home and asked that I make an account of myself. I am Koeli Sumash, once revered in this place where now my Therazilian aspects rest. The god of the soul? I see you are acquainted with my domain. Now I would ask to know more of you. Forgive my brashness, mighty Koeli Sumash. My name is Irving. It is pleasant to know what you are called, but the soul speak more of a man than his name. That may be. I was sent here on behalf of the Order of the Eternals. We hope to protect the aspect from one who would use them for ill. Yes, such fate the Order has in its cause and its agent. I hope it is not misplaced. As do I. I was informed that if I pass your trial, I might receive something that would aid our quest. Supplies or perhaps weapons of some kind. Indeed you might. Tell me, who are these who stand so nervously beyond the threshold? They are soldiers, I suppose. Great fighter from many corners of Terra. Foiling the plot of this nefarious aspectees has become our only common purpose. Is it though? I see, they are each of them quite powerful. Yes. It's true, each brings something unique to the whole. What if you learned that I could grant all of these powers to you? I'm afraid I don't understand what you mean. No longer would the mighty Irving, heir of House Sildarin, fight to win the approval of his own troop, coordinate their movement, or inspire them to courage. His will would be indomitable, subsumed by all who looked upon him with admiration in their hearts. What cost? What you ask is wise. A fine boon would come at a fine price. Such a transference of power would cost them their mortal souls. I wouldn't think of it. And if it was the only way to prevent the disaster you fear. Still, I couldn't. Besides, I don't see how that would be the case. They've become so much of why I want to stop this necromancer in the first place. They're my friend. Why, you should have said so. You called them soldier, if you remember. Perhaps I was wrong too. To err is immortal. But to acknowledge this and grow, that is divine. The most bonnets are generally divine. These friends of yours, how do you lead them? By love? Fear? The promise of gold? Trust, I think. But if I'm being honest, I'm not sure I understand it. Their loyalty humbles you. I guess I'm just not as convinced as they are that I know what's right, or that I always will. They need not believe you are right, nor need you to be right. Your thoughts search for justice, as one I have seen before, but justice does not reside in the mind. Sandglass may tell the time, but not the weather. Be that as it may, I fear our time is in short supply. Ah, but you have yet to present me your gift. Gift? Yes, the stone which has guided you to me. It has traveled many leagues and years to come to rest in this place. Set it on my altar. You have my thanks, bright flame. Storage receive a trove of eternal aspect. The member of your orders who entrusted these to me have passed from this world long ago. Now it seems they are safest and most useful with you. But what of the third trial? I was told there would be 3. All 3 trials you have passed, bright flame, and with sincerity such as I have never seen. Which is why I entrust you too with my own aspect. Now go and leave me with this troubled one. They are staring in Astralis I could use his bleak thoughts on. At last, Irvin, these aspects may aid you, but they cannot save you. Or your friends. Only you can do that. Such wisdom, and how many empire rose and fell while you thought up those words. I've discovered much in my solitude, Koeli. And we have much to discuss. Farewell, bright flame. and take courage in your quest. Continue your search for the rightness as if Terrazil itself depended on it. Perhaps it does. Yes, perhaps it does. Conversing with a god? I can hardly believe it. This is the stuff of fairy legend. Allô, toi, nouvelle personne.
Take heart.
Well, I believe what I see, and I'm looking at more aspects than I ever knew existed in one place.
Definitely.
Epic! Going to take some time to figure out what each of these are capable of. Well, I've got no short of that. It'll be a while before we make landfall on that land. That's assuming we can get out of these mists without our guide. Did you really have to leave it behind?
Yes.
Yes, it seemed Coily Sumash had some purpose for it. What that might be, I couldn't say. Honestly, I can't say I'm too mad about it. That guy was making me nervous anyway. I think I might have to agree. Wait a minute, how did you get here? Quelqu'un qui l'a knowledge, finalement. Oh, on the ship? Just how exactly did you sneak onto my ship? One of your barrels. You don't actually have the strictest security details. You free-riding rat. Should have thrown you overboard.
Jeez.
Okay, Captain Tough. Maybe you could actually ship... If you actually shipped any good, I wouldn't have had so much free real estate to choose from.
Look, kid.
Why, you little... I think maybe we should leave these two to settle this themselves. Hey, good to be out of the mist, isn't it? C'est qu'on a ici. Garrick Irvin, on a Elias Psia sur le deck. On a Ford. Just... Definitely. Nice. Nice picture though. Clear skies seem to have Ford on the mum a little bit, which I think everyone is appreciating. How you're holding up? Well, enough, all things considered. Massage. Be right back. Okay, no. That's good to hear. You've been through a lot of these past few weeks. More than I signed up for when I roll at the academy, that's for sure. It's always how it is, isn't it?
What?
How do you mean? It was never like that before. No, but in all the stories we ever heard growing up, good hero always get more than he bargains for. I guess. But in stories, you always know the hero can handle it.
Hardly.
Not necessarily. Did you ever study the Great Sun Elf strategies at the Academy? My story is a tragedy. It's a tragedy. That's reassuring. No, life is different, of course. More like being the author and the main character at the same time. I hardly feel that in control of anything. Fine, maybe it's more like being one of several authors. You think you know we're coming? The necromancer? Whoever that was on the battlefield. I think he expect to see you again, and I think he'll be better prepared.
No kidding.
I think so too. In fact, I'm sure of it. Though I can't quite explain why. Well then, the only thing to do is be more prepared for him than he is for us. Your father would be proud. I'm flattered to hear the word from your mouth. It's probably as close to his approval as I'll ever get. It's not true and you know it. Perhaps. Seems we could both benefit from giving ourselves a little more credit for our accomplishments. Perhaps. Well, I think I'm going to turn in. Ford needs me on deck bright and early tomorrow. Sounds good. Garrick, I just wanted to tell you, I'm really grateful you're still here after everything. You know, I get these moments sometimes that make me feel like the four of us are right back at the academy, like nothing has changed. Dis-moi, Irvin, a pas les cheveux rouges en ce moment. I know what you mean. I wouldn't have it any other way. I wouldn't either. Well, I'll leave you to enjoy the view. Beautiful, isn't it? Don't stare too long. I wouldn't want to wake up and find out you'd fallen overboard to be captured by wandering Alicia. Didn't you say you were turning in? Right. Hey, would you look at that? The priest lady finally looks up from her rocks to take in the sea. You really are the worst, Ford. What you're still around for anyway. Weren't you going to use to extort your debtor and be off?
Yeah, I better get paid.
Yeah, well, the financing from your beloved order should just about cover things. Besides, I think you guys are starting to like having me around. I wouldn't want it to make anybody sad. No, just irritated, apparently. Only you, your holiness. Hey, look, dolphins! See how they breach one after another? Read once that this sometime inspired the later story of sea serpents. Oh, trust me, when you've seen the real thing, you can tell the difference. Wow, I've never seen anything like that. They're majestic. Now, what is this? That appears to be avian excrements.
Ugh.
Cursed birds! That might be bad news for your robe, but it's good news for us. We can't be too far from shore. How far do you reckon? With winds like this, not more than a day. Hey, Sarah, you sure you guys will take good care of old Humpback? It seems like we might be gone a while. I couldn't live with myself if anything happened to
Of
her.
course.
The ship will be safe in Armor, Ford. You have my word. I just wish Armor wasn't so far from Kirch. It'll be weeks before we get there. The bright side, that's less than we've spent on the ship. It's less than what we've been spending on the ship. You're just traveling on foot, like criminal. It's something completely different. Wow. You don't like walking, or you don't like criminal, and you associate walking with being a criminal? It is, but it is important. My contact will help us get to the bottom of who's behind all this. I know. Nothing beats the sea, huh, kids? Huh, kid? We won't be fugitive forever, Alden. Once we've secured the aspect and stopped whatever is afoot, all of Delia will know what we've done. They'll understand. Well, though? Will they, though? If by they you mean Varric. I hardly think that he'd develop a sudden inclination for mercy, if he's still king after all of this. I'll see. In the depth of Koeli Sumash Temple, Irving met the god himself. After passing the trial of Soul, Koeli Sumash entrusts Irving with the power of a huge trove of aspect. The party departs from the mist safely, heading back to Wetland. After the order of their voyage to Vera, spirits are low. Each knows that a difficult journey lay ahead of them. They head for Kirch. Kirch qui est à droite dans the lane. Where Vesta has an order contact who can set them up and give them the lay of the land. For some inexplicable reason, Foss continue to follow along. Non, c'est pas ça que je veux cliquer. Je veux cliquer ici. Ctrl F. Post. Post is weird and annoying, but brings something nobody else does to the cleric class. Gigantic offensive stat. High strength and magic growth combined with best-in-class speed and dexterity give him supremely unbalanced stats, giving you two good options for him. He can make a great priest into prophet, as he will dodge everything, or he can make a great acolyte into phantom by being a light magic glass cannon. He will fill either role spectacularly, and his personal skill doesn't really direct one way especially more than the other. Chaotic energy. Just shit. Okay. Fait que... Notepad. Je vais probablement laisser le stat growth dictate lequel que je vais prendre. Les deux me tentent. Je calcule ça. Be right back. Ok, juste pour se rappeler, le priest plus un range pour son healing. Light River donne du dodge. 15% de dodge, which is nice. Toi, tu donnes un damage regain de 20% sur ton damage, puis un crit boost pour à chaque fois que tu heal. Bah, pas à chaque fois que tu heal, là, mais ouais. Les deux ont un range de 1-2 pour leurs attaques. La colette a 6 de mouvement, tandis que le priest a seulement 5. Tandis que leur bonus, la colette est à plus 10. Le priest est à plus 10, la colette est à plus 25. Alors on va aller avec la colette. The critical priestess return. Oh, Irene, you look grizzled. Good to see you, Vesta. And you, Irene, though I wish the circumstances were different.
Wow.
Comes with the territory. Tavern Chatter says you and your friends have here set off across the sea. C'est toi qui avait été nommé par Ford tantôt? Never to return, I would hope. Depends on who you ask. Would you mind introducing yourselves? I feel like a rat in a steam house right now. I'm Irving Sildarin of Brookstein.
Very well.
Maeve Le Varon, Grand Inquisitor for the Mystic Council of the Expanse. Lincoln Voldasov, former captain in the Delian Army. Sarah Rowan, third in line for the Aramoran throne.
Wait.
So let me get this straight. The grandson of the Order Grandmaster, right hand of the Lion's former commander. the likely future Queen of Aramor and the Mystic Council favorite Inquisitor. That about covers
That's
it?
correct.
Favorite is a stretch, but you're correct for the most part. I was hoping you could catch us up on what was missed in our absence. Might as well get comfortable then. I've been doing my best to track the one you had warned me about before your departure. Necromancer?
Hard to be sure.
Well, him too. Turns out there's a lot of shadowy figure traipsing about the lair causing havoc these days. Strangest thing is that everything we're tracking seems to operate out of Sojourn. Which to me means one of three things. Either Varric spies haven't noticed, haven't been able to stop it, or have been told not to stop it. I know Varric. If he caught wind of an unchecked conspiracy, he'd be tearing the country apart piece by piece to root it up. Well, he is. Just not sure the two are related. What do you mean? He's been accelerating timeline and work schedule for every construction project in the Lyra, most notably the aqueducts. He destroyed several villages in his path and has conscripted their villagers for indentured labor. Ce qui est bizarre, c'est que les Samaran, non c'est Samara, bref l'autre faction contre qui se bat avec, là, le royaume de la princesse, ben, des princesses qu'on a avec nous autres, détruisaient un aqueduc comme diversion. Turns out they were killing two birds with one stone. Two birds with one aqueduct. That's cruel. The purpose of a king is to protect his people, not use them to advance his own glory. You've met the man, Irving. He's not one who he was once. Please continue, Irene. Thousands of others who feel as Irving does have been imprisoned or indentured. They're reopening rural prisons that haven't been touched in decades. More than we thought, especially for the common folk. Seems no one is safe from Varric's wrath. That much is certain. This entire country is at its tipping point. I wish I had more information for you, but I can't find so much as a word on the Necromancer. What of the other sorcerer, the one that wiped out the armies at Swift Harbor? Every scrap of intel on that day point back to your group. Were you not responsible?
Troubling.
No, we were not. That's quite troubling. We're back to square one then. What news of the war? Stalled for the moment. Neither king seems to be particularly to lose the other half of their army. I never imagined it would come to this, but King Varric strike me as the most promising lead at the moment. It's unlike him not to investigate these occurrences. It's possible he's working with this sorcerer, or the Necromancer, or worse, both. What about this prodigy you mentioned back in Chelabon? Care to
I
elaborate?
think not.
I wouldn't know how to, and I certainly wouldn't be authorized to if I did. Not important, Lincoln. Not right now. We're going to have to go through Varric to get to whoever behind this either way. We might as well make our peace with that. Irving is right. Right now, that whatever Maeve knows about this project doesn't matter. Prodigy. Until we're ready for it. How do we get started? First thing first, we'll need a base of operation. We can sort out the rest from there. Any suggestion? Lincoln? You know better than anyone where Varric's men would be looking for us. I do know one place they dare not go. It's not far from here, actually. You speak to the Marrows? If you know of this place, you know it's best not to discuss it further until we arrive. We'll scare everyone half to death. Unless you have an alternative suggestion. No. You're already scaring me, Lincoln, but it seems we have little choice. Trust your judgment. Irene, thank you for your diligence. Your service does you great honor. Honor is nice, but it won't put me up at the Platinum Pony.
As you will.
You'll receive your payment from the order soon enough. In the meantime, you leave no stone
Farewell.
unturned. I'll do what I can. Farewell. Hopefully we'll meet again soon. Il nous manque ça un cinquième fighter. Alright. Je retourne faire le dernier combat. So, be right back. Alright, on va prendre deux healers. Un qui heal over time. Un qui est capable de s'healer soi-même en healant l'autre. Puis, Brooke qui est le plus en retard de level. Quelqu'un qui est capable de se rendre là. Pom 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 pom. Pas.
If you insist.
43, mais tu vas me défoncer la face.
This is not your end.
Ok, écoute, c'est pas beaucoup de dégâts. Tu peux choisir les weapons qu'il y avait d'équipés par défaut aussi, fait que tu peux leur donner des weapons de merde, si j'ai bien compris. Hein.
Sharp skills, full pockets.
Alright. 3, heal.
We've got you.
3. Ça m'a fait mal, ça.
All right. I can work with this.
Ma face. Correct, ça fait pas de dégâts. Ça fait pas trop de dégâts, puis ça fait beaucoup plus en retour. Heureusement, c'était juste du 1.
It's all in the execution. Back in action. If you insist.
Fait qu'ils ont pas de l'air à se healer entre eux autres, which is very good. Mal. Ça fait pas, heureusement, pas aussi mal.
We've got you.
Je sais quelque chose.
Pathetic.
All right.
Même fucking mal. J'ai peur qu'elle me double attaque, puis qu'elle... Ben, dans le cas présent, quoi d'attaque, là?
How can I help? Stay with me. My hard work is
If you
paying off.
insist.
Toi qui lape en dégâts. Capable de t'achever.
Oh, you shouldn't have.
This isn't good enough.
Nah, that was a shit level pour un combat parce que t'avais de la misère.
I stand in the light.
Alright. Coily Smash de ma Rose, on vient ici. Hop, hop, pom, pom. On avait dit acolyte. Bonds, Inventory, Convoy, Eternal Aspect. Ça fait beaucoup, ça! La majorité du monde va en avoir 2, on dirait. Je fais ça off-screen, bien évidemment, pour la prochaine fois. Alors, au revoir et à bientôt.